So welcome back, folks. Just wanted to show you this is the same yesterday screen, the designer screen which we were using to define or do our data flows jobs and build our objects in data services. So yesterday I have run the installation on a couple of your missions, and if anyone wants to verify a job server is working or not, you can run a job. That's one way. The other way is look at the screen now. I think you should be able to see my screen by now. I'm rotating the mouse at one point where you have a server symbol. If you see a cross mark like you are seeing on the profile server, there is a cross mark. Whereas in this server, there is no cross mark, which means this server is in good shape. You can run a job using this kind of an job server. But currently, you will not see your central repository library icon as active. The reason is we haven't installed central repository on your machine, and you don't need actually central repository as of now. I will surely show you number of options in central repository, and you can actually create a central repository yourself on your machine. I will show you how to do it. And for people who wanted to get the installation going, there is still pending installation from my side for Krishna and Chaudhary Babu. And Sridevi told she will check and get back to me on that. For rest of the people, I think the entire week there is no dependency on me. Whatever we see in our class, you should be able to practice yourself. Is that an correct assumption, guys? Is that a right assumption, guys? Yeah, today we'll mostly do the same thing here. And what I can do is I can give you away these demo jobs, whichever I'm building here, just as a reference for you. I will export it as ATL and send it to you so that you can use the same jobs just in case you are lost somewhere. You will have the definition of a flat file, how to make the target table working. Everything will be recorded there, right? So at the end of session, whatever we see today, the next 4 hours, the ATL will be in such a format that will be usable by you. But the only thing you need to make sure is maintain the same naming convention so that the data stores get connected, and use the same MySQL as your database, because currently that is what is being installed on your machine, and you may have to go online, download the SQL bench uh, to have to have an opportunity to view the schemas, the underlying schemas, and also you will have to create your own schemas now. So this is all you have to do yourself. After you install a MySQL workbench, I will show you what you will have to do. That would be your starting point. So the moment you log in, you will see only one single schema there. So myself, now I am logging in into MySQL, and I am prompted for the password. I just gave it. For some of you, it is a root user only. So if you log in the same way, you would see only the first schema called data services. You will have to create the EDW schema, ODS schema to start working on any jobs. These are the two basic schemas that you will have to generate yourself. Remaining you can ignore as of now. You don't need this profiler. This is only for my purpose I have created. So how to create a new schema is just right click on the schema or this empty space and say create schema. You'll have that. After you create schema, when you go into designer while defining a data store, don't forget that you will have to also have the data source name. You have to go to ODBC admin and the system DNS. You will see a driver like this and use the same driver like what you have for data services, and create one more data source for source and target so that it is clear for you. I mean, if you separate them logically, you will feel easy to work with. Okay, Any questions before I start, guys? Anything that I need to recap from yesterday's session? You will not see it externally. That's what I was telling you. You will have to go and install the MySQL workbench. Then you will be able to see it. Yeah, you can use that. But the current repository is in MySQL. If you want to create your own repository in SQL Server, yes, you can do it. The only thing I could not do it because I don't have your username or password, anything of SQL Server. And I need to know the schema name and more things to do that. But this makes your life easier than a SQL Server. Once you install the MySQL bench, you should be able to see something like this. And when you go in, you should be able to work or create a new schema. So if you go to mysql.com, let me show you something important. You can download it as a full package, but you don't need to install it as a full package. So in here, you go to downloads. So this is the full downloader. I mean the MySQL installer for Windows. You can download this package. The package contains more than one thing. The package contains all the right hand side displayed items here. No. Hold on one second. Okay, I can show you what all the package contains. While I install, even you should be able to see that. I already have this download, but what all it will have is the SQL workbench and few connectors like what you see here. So this is a MySQL bench and MySQL connectors you'll have, and this is the MySQL installer. Let me go and show you what all it will have by default. It shouldn't be a problem for me, I think. So when you download and try to install, you will see all these modules, but you don't need to install the database because it has already been configured. If you see here, add or modify products and features. This is the option you will also get in the same way. So in here, these are all the included things in the software. Don't install MySQL Server 5.5 because you already have a version of MySQL. So ignore that. You can check on this particular MySQL workbench and MySQL connectors. MySQL connectors are also important because they will be useful for you when you do an ODBC name there, ODBC data, I mean open database source. When you create, it is going to be useful because few of the softwares will not accept the older ODBC connectivity, the 3.1. At that time, you can use the latest, so that's where it will be useful. So these are all very few important installations and very easy installations. You do it yourself. So any other questions as of now, guys? Mhm. Sure. You need not worry much about it because you haven't missed anything as you have already listened to all these stories from the earlier classes. All I was showing them is that a lot of options on target side, and I was also showing them how to build the job. It is the same repetition of earlier session, but then here we saw the options clearly. Well, what I can do is I'm planning to. This time I had a comment from one of the students here. They don't want me to edit or kind of make it the training material compact. So that actually reduces burden on me. Today, if you see, I have uploaded day 3 videos, which are the same way as in class. There is no editing or there is no shortening of the video. So I have almost completed day 3. So that is the reason I arrived 5 minutes late, because there was a video getting uploaded and those were being shared to you in private as a security. So only if you access to your email address, you'll be able to view those videos. The class 3 onwards, even for class 2, two of the sessions were kept private, but the class 3 onwards, it's totally private. No one will be able to watch those videos. Currently, I haven't put any restriction. You'll have it for at least next 1 or 2 months until I have more users, because YouTube has a restriction. I can share it only for 25 people at a time. So if, let us say, in future batches I have more students and they will become my priority. I'm not expecting like 25 will come all of a sudden and then take away your rights. So you are only 5 people, so you should be able to log in and then watch. Yeah, I think it was Shauri. He's traveling and he's in airport, so that could be the possible reason there was some background noise when he spoke to us. So the videos will be available. No worries, guys. It will be available for at least next 2 months for you. Okay. So Ashok, you haven't missed anything because you already are working on data services, and whatever I showed yesterday is a very basic stuff. So you need not worry about it. So I'm trying to show you again the channel here. So if you wanted to go and look at it, you can actually log in and go and look at the channel. And I have created one playlist called Team Dynamites, which is it is a playlist, so that I will keep adding every of the video I create to this particular list, so that you don't need to search. They will be in sequence. Every video is actually, if you sort it by the time I upload, see at 7:49 I was at home, I was uploading this video and I have to drive to my office, which will take little time, and so I arrived little late. So today morning I uploaded a couple of videos, and yesterday night the last video I uploaded was at 3 p.m. Sorry, 3 a.m. So you have the day 3 videos. There is one more video which I'll have to put for the day 3, so that I will complete day 3 and go to day 4. So here I did not cut anything short. It is totally as it is. The video is been uploaded. Okay, guys. So you have the private restricted access here, but you will have all received an email from me from yesterday night. You would have received continuous emails from me from the day 3 life cycle session 1. I have put it as private. Okay, guys. Perfect. So I continue with the same session yesterday, whatever we were doing. And today we'll be learning, I mean, there can be a little deviation from whatever is given in the tutorial, because the tutorial way, they will try to show you the total overview, but you will not have more transformations or the usage of more transformations. But we will first start with the same way. Yesterday we saw getting data from a flat file into a table, and today we'll be using an inbuilt transform or a transform of data services, and start preparing ourselves to build the